And hello there you guys, and welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time, welcome to the channel. Now, before we get into what this video is really about, I'd just like to point out that I have cleaned this tank. Now, you might not be able to tell, but if you just look on the right side, there's a lot less junk over there. Now, there is some still in that little fake stone archway, but that's only because I couldn't reach there with a siphon. Now you can tell that I also replaced some of the sand that I siphoned up because of those little bubbles of sand. That's because the sand is bubbling up around an air bubble because of surface tension. But anyways, enough about this. Let's get right into the video. Now, before we start the unboxing, I'd just like to say really quickly that none of these companies are sponsoring me, or at least not this video. They may in the future, but I do highly doubt it. As you can see, we have 3 different products for our unboxing, which I'll be going over now. We have some new lenses plus a little filming light, a new little phone holder, and also a mystery product, which I'll do in the end. So let's first look at our lenses. Just getting the box open was a little bit difficult with only one hand, but I did get it eventually, as you can see here. Unzipping it was also a bit of a hassle. Now, as you can see, once I got it open, that there were a few things to go over. First, we have this little need help website, which I'm not going to be needing, a microfiber cloth, also a little charger for the light there, and then, of course, there is our little clamp that we attach the lenses to, and it fits over like so. And then, of course, we also have all of our different lenses, which I'll be going over. We're starting off with a telephoto lens, which is 2x zoom. As you can see, just zooming in, it's already a lot better. Now, I don't have a comparison, but I will for a few of the other lenses. Just putting it back like so, and then moving on to the next. This is a fisheye lens, which is 198 degrees. And once I put it on, it's kind of everything is a sphere. It just kind of looks like a fisheye. And when you put it on, I bet this is what it looks like if you were a fish and you were seeing the outside world. So like the fish in my tank that I'm looking at, this is how they see each other. And that's pretty funky. I wouldn't want to be a fish. I have to say that. We then have a UV purple lens, a CPL lens, which kind of makes everything grayscale, a UV yellow lens, which puts everything in yellow, a UV blue lens, which turns everything blue, a UV green lens, which turns everything green, and then we have a kaleidoscope lens that has 3 different lenses, so when you turn it, it kind of does this. Then we also have a kaleidoscope 6 lens, which you'll be able to read about now, and it does the same sort of thing, except it does it more. We also have a radial filter lens, which kind of does this. We also have a star filter lens, which kind of makes the light beams all go out in 4 different directions because the lens itself kind of looks like cross-hatching. We then have a macro times 15 lens attached to a 0.63 times wide lens, and this is them combined. Now, I tried to do the 0.63 times wide lens by itself, but it didn't really work by itself. It wouldn't screw in. It didn't have a large enough base. I'm also able to detach the macro 15 times lens, but with it only, everything is really blurry. But that's only because The macro lens is for close-up shots only. You have to be very close to what you're filming, like these little particles and specks on the glass, in order for it to be able to focus. To prove that to you, just look at these next few shots. Do you remember those copepods? Well, here's what they look like close up. Moving on from the lenses, it also comes with this little LED light, which has this setting, 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 and then of course off. And it hitches on to or attaches to the one little nook, and then there it is, right, nice and attached. Now it is pretty difficult, but now we're finished with this, so let's move on to the next item. That would be our little phone holder. Now, getting it out was a little bit difficult, so I did have to cut out a little bit of the video right around here. And so now it's open, and immediately you'll realize that it's not a normal phone holder. Now, of course, there's a charging cable for the gyroscopic bit, which I'll be showing you. And look how weird that is. I really like it, playing around with it. I know that's not its purpose, but it's just really kind of fun to do that because it just goes every which way. And so basically you put the phone in there, and then I'm supposed to put the phone in there before using it, but just to show you, you turn it on, you have to hold it down a little bit for it to really turn on, like so. And then if you look at it, it'll correct itself automatically, and it'll just focus on one spot. No matter where I move it, it'll always be looking at that one spot. It'll stay level. Of course, I can't help the minute shaking, but this should really help. So for comparison, this is what it looks like when I'm filming normally without it. And whenever I'm like looking at something and I start looking at it over the camera, I usually tend to drop down. But here's me using it. All you have to do is set it to the position you want it to be in, and then it'll just stay level and it'll be great. It's really easy to use once you've figured it out. And I know this sounds a lot like an advertisement, but like I said at the beginning of this video, I am not being sponsored by any of these companies, although that would be nice. There's also a really cool feature where if you pan the little control up and down, it allows you to tilt it. So like video intro, all I have to do is hold it down and it'll go down and it'll be fine. But now for the last mystery item. And it's a bunch of bubble wrap. No, I'm just kidding you guys. Let's see what's in the bubble wrap. And it looks like it already fell out. That would be some new Ants Canada Outworld test tube portals. Now, I've been needing these for a very long time. So, you know the Aphaenogaster setup, where it's just like a bunch of those connectors all connected up, and I always have to have one bit with cotton. Well, now I don't have to worry about that anymore, and I can just combine them, and there's 4 of them. So I can use them for like the Aphaenogaster, the Lasius, and any test tube setups that are running out of water. Now, it is an Ants Canada product, so just doing a final little pan around of everything that I have. And that'll be all. Animal Introvert out. Oh, you really thought it was done? By the way, yes, my mealworm tub is gone. I have these little plaster ant bowls in place. The one surviving mealworm is right over in here. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Please do remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you get notified of all my uploads. I try to upload weekly. And also, please do remember to comment on the video and make sure to share this video with your friends, enemies, and frenemies. Animal Introvert out.